It's going on that you are only standing. In a war situation, and you have a useless fight like they have to talk. I can declare election. I am ready. I am
billion jails minor 8 years over 2.1 billion naira money laundering. Obasanjo Sultan others raised the alarm over failing education. Obasanjo Sultan others raised the alarm over failing education. Nigeria facing new dimension of threats, Defense Minister. Nigeria facing new dimension of threats, according to Defense Minister. Kalu passionate about Nigeria's unity, Lawan tells northern governors and monarchs. Kalu passionate over Nigeria's unity, Lawan tells northern governors and monarchs. Drama in Imo State as lawmakers impeach speaker, reinstates sacked deputy. Drama in Imo State as lawmakers impeach speaker, reinstate sacked deputy. Let's go to the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Anambra go-by election not yet over. I can still win. Osigwe is saying that I can still win in the Anambra go-by election. I can still win. Osigwe is saying we didn't call for cancellation of poll. APCs has reiterated that we didn't call for the cancellation of poll. Ihiala election to hold 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. today. INEC has said Ihiala election to hold from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. All eyes on Ihiala election today. Court sentences. Okay. Attack on NDA. Air Force arrest sergeant. Attack on NDA. Air Force arrest sergeant. Air Force arrest sergeant on over the attack of the Nigeria Defense Academy. Deducting $480 million Paris Club refund from Federation account unlawful. Nigerian Governors Forum. Deducting $418 million Paris Club refund from Federation account unlawful. That's from the governors are speaking now. Alleges $186.54 million, 19.39 billion naira, wrongly paid in 2016 and 2018 to contractors. Wrongly paid in 2016 and 2018 to contractors. Nigeria facing new dimension of threat. That's from the Defense Minister. Nigeria facing new dimension of threat from the Defense Minister. Imo Assembly Speaker removed. We said that. Imo Assembly Speaker removed. Federal University Lokoja engages 60 hunters to beef up security. Federal University Lokoja engages 60 hunters to beef up security. Nigeria losing billions of naira as uncleared cargoes fill up seaports. Nigeria losing billions of naira as uncleared cargoes fill up seaports. Nigeria to borrow 100.4 billion to finance 2022 budget. Ikoyi experts canvass integrity test for 2 remaining buildings. Bereaved families beside hospital for DNA test. Lagos Assembly wants compensation for victims. Let's go to our review this morning. I have Mr. Chigozie Nibo. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Christian. My namesake. I remain Chigozie Ndigo.
Today is the election in Ihiala.
I
know you don't want to talk about the election. You have said that it's just chasing shadows.
Yes, good morning, esteemed viewers. I maintain the position based on the realities staring at us. You see, the real victory for the people would have been a call for referendum. That would have been the real victory. This election observed or that is still ongoing is just a clear distraction for the real, from the reality, from the real truth. So, in as much as this continue, we are not getting anywhere with this system. You can imagine where the Attorney General is being accused of fraudulent practices by the said governors. You see, which means even the Attorney General of the Federation who presides over the country as the overall Chief Justice or whatever is, of course, has some questionable character, which without the governors wouldn't have accused him for inducing or trying to
Work against the state.
work against the state. So the best victory for the people would have been a vote for referendum, because this system has collapsed, and in as much as you decide to live in deception, in self-denial, well, fine for you. But the reality keep on unfolding before our eyes. Then if an attorney general could not be trusted, who is saddled with such enormous responsibility, you see, it means, in fact, the whole system has collapsed. The election is just the validation of the first system, and it's very unfortunate. With this, of course, you know that Nigeria is not going anywhere. If I thought there is anything like Nigeria, it doesn't exist in my psyche. It doesn't exist as far as I'm concerned. As rightly said by the late sage Awolowo, that is a mere geographical expression, which, of course, over time we continue to see that position being validated. It's very unfortunate.
In order to call for referendum, you must be in the system. For you to call for referendum, you must be in the system.
Which system? Nigeria have observed referendum before, about in 1963 or thereabouts. And the second time when the part of the Cameroon or whatever was ceded to Nigeria, and the part of the northern was ceded to Cameroon or whatever. So it means that it is the call for referendum is not something strange as far as this system in Nigeria is concerned. Now that the people, we are more divided than ever in history, you see, across the ethnic nationalities. So in order to save time and to save life, the best thing the so-called government of the day can do for humanity is to call for referendum. And that is why, that is the only panacea, that is the only way the aggrieved ethnic nationalities can be pacified. Outside this, of course, there is no future for this country. And what we are just waiting for is the imminent doom that is already ahead of us.
Okay, Obasanjo, Sultan, and others raised the alarm over failing education in Nigeria. I look at our don't go to schools that really impact in them.
Obasanjo has no moral rights to discuss issues of education. He was the one I heard him say that education is immaterial during his time. That education is not necessary. You see, and you can see during his time how the education system was frustrated. The incessant strikes embarked by the academic or academic staff or union of universities, and thereabout. So, what is he saying new? This is a man, even in his old age, is still he still enrolled himself to acquire education. But when he had the opportunity to better the lives of the citizens, the children within this nation, he never did that. So what is he saying? The corruption and the rottenness we are seeing today, he laid the foundation. You see, you can remember the first money laundering was carried out by Obasanjo and the late Yaradua.
The first money laundering.
Money laundering, yes. When they looted about 2 point something or whatever billion as of then, they carted away with the money. So ever since, Nigeria has not remained the same. He paved the way for this corruption and could not be absorbed of the complicity. Look at the education system. Could you, at distance now, Nigerian education system has collapsed. Public schools are in shambles. Go and watch the public schools. Watch the premise and the ratio of each student to each classroom. There are no facilities. So how many public schools are still working within urban? You can know the teeming population or population density of this region. How many public schools can you cite? If not for the private individuals who set up or runs private schools. In fact, we would not have imagined what would become of the Nigerian children. But as far as government, look at what is the budget allocated for education in Nigeria. It's less than 4% or 5% of the total budget, which invariably means they have no regard for education. Of recent, it was told that the northern people, governors or states could not offset the bills meant to, complement for the terminal classes to sit for the terminal exam, NECO. So what does that suggest? But if it is to vote those money for things that cannot in any way, affect the masses, you see them looting and signing up for that. Any country that want to survive, that wants its citizens or her citizens to embrace good life, must invest consciously and deliberately invest in education. But we are not seeing it. No wonder we have millions of Nigerian gadgets roaming the streets because there is no preparation for them. Even when you struggle to pass through the walls of education. Huh? I remember what I went through in the course of my undergraduate studies. When I lost my father, I had to go to all these menial jobs, resort to, that because I don't like depending on anyone. I have that aspiration and ambition. I'm driven by the zeal to accomplish. So I went all the way, you see, to make sure that that vision conceived is not aborted along the line. It was very tough during my third year. But that notwithstanding, I almost at the point say, how could I make up for this project? But thank God he saw me through. This is personal development. You see, these are most of Nigerian youths are found within the universities are training themselves. You see, and you cannot continue to blame the past or to blame your fathers for not having the opportunity to send you to school. That's why I tell every young person that when your determination is strong, nothing can deter you. Though you might face some, of course, embarrassments and whatever. But when your determination is strong, you can achieve whatever you have set to achieve. So the Obasanjo and what is, in fact, I don't like mentioning these people because it seems giving them credit. They have not done anything and nothing at sight. There's no vision for the Nigerian children. Look at roaming the streets, let alone the indigent children parents who have lost their jobs, their source of livelihood, and could not even feed for a meal, then how do you expect them to cater for the education of the children? This is a very horrible country. It's a very useless country. It's a country that I don't know why it is still in existence. That's why we must call for an end of this failed system. So how can we be celebrating mediocrity? You see? Most people who have the opportunity, when, of course, Awolowo declared free education for the Western region. You see?
Many of them,
like the current Osibanjo vice president, and most of them from the Western region. What have they done to impact the younger generation, the posterity? They rather send their words to Harvard, to other Western universities, you see, and left, of course, the home country education in shambles. They took the money that belongs to all of us to take their own children to the most choice universities of the world. While most of the classroom has no bench, that has no sitting bench for learning. There's not even, let alone talking of a conducive environment. This country is very horrible. Even in varsity, look at most of the halls, you will see just a single hall where over 2,000 undergraduates converge for lectures. You can't imagine the unimaginable heat and whatever that goes on. How could someone, concentrate? So this system is a failed system. And as far as you have no plan for the younger ones, then it means you have no future.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lastly, we have a guest just analyze. We have a guest just analyze. Lastly.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to appreciate my brother Yudi. Thank you for your compliments. I do appreciate Mommy Gloria. I thank you. My warm regards to my namesake Chigozie. May the good Lord continue to bless everyone who believes in the emancipation of the entire masses found within the contraction called Nigeria. The country has failed. There is no any panacea. There is no any antidote to this cancerous nature of this country than the peaceful dissolution of this country.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Referendum remains the victory for the people. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Mr. Onoche. I can see you are waiting. Sorry. You're welcome, Mr. Onoche.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Yes, how do you look at the election, the Ihiala election or Anambra election in general? Let's get your view.
Hold on. Ihiala election. I'm among those who say no election. I'm just looking. I said no election. I don't support election. I have nothing to say. Chike Dozie disappointed me.
What do you support, sir?
No election, no election. Our leader disappointed. Chika Dozie disappointed.
Okay, Mr. Anoche, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
God bless.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Mr. Kule, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Christian.
Somebody called in. He says he's disappointed that he was expecting that there shouldn't have been any election
in Anambra.
Yes, because there were calls that no election, but he was surprised that there was election.
And actually, people that were saying no election, they've twisted their tongues. I've been insisting there will be election. There can't be a lacuna. There must be a state. There must be a region before Biafra, right? And what other region are benefiting? What other states?
Continue.
What other states are benefiting? Do you want to leave Anambra State out? Anambra State out? Do you want to leave them out? If they are sharing the goodies now, which Anambra too is contributing to the national cake up there. So you want Anambra, they will say who is representing Anambra? No governor, and there will be lacuna in the governance.
Okay. Good morning. Who's online?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, Mr. Sunday. Mr. Sunday. Yeah. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning, my
Mr.
brother.
Sunday, one of Nigeria.
Voice for the voiceless. How you doing, sir?
Okay, Mr. Sunday, voice for the voiceless. Good morning.
Yes.
Let's get your opinion on the Anambra election and the one happening today.
You know, I'll be like bicycle. No, no get time. The time we have for good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I'll speak to you all. Hello. Are you hearing me?
I can't hear you. Speak up, Mr. Sunday.
Okay, yes, I'm happy to hear the voice this morning again. My greeting to everyone. Oh. Hello.
Mr. Kule, let's go on.
Yeah, so well,
there will be a lacuna.
There will be lacuna if there is no election. So as there is election now, let the good work of APGA they've started right from Obi, right from the Don himself, Chief Emeka Odumegu Ojukwu, right from his tenure, because I could remember he personally raised Obi hands for people to vote for him, so that the spirit of Biafra. Where's the Biafra? APGA is the only party now you can attach to IPOB or Biafra, because they are the only party that believe in ideology of Ojukwu. So for anybody now to say they are surprised or there must be election in Anambra. As I'm telling you, Ojukwu will be resting and be smiling in the grave now that the continuity is still there, right? Nevertheless, some people departed, halfway. Instead of leading the ship to the, what's it called? They departed halfway. They led the ship.
Are you saying that they shouldn't have said there will be no election?
They shouldn't, because the process has to continue. Yeah. There must be a state before Biafra, and there must be, a region before, Biafra.
Asking for Biafra, you must be in a
state. Yes. Catalonians, they are still part of Spain, but they are still fighting for the separate, nation under Spain, under Spain, So the same thing has to happen in Nigeria here, because if you leave, how about your resources that you are selling, the goods you are selling, that you are paying the VAT? You know how much the Anambra is collecting as VAT, and that they take to the national coffer. So if you decide not to have election, that means your VAT money is other people like Kano, like other states that did not participate much, that will be sharing it. So manage the situation till when you achieve what you want.
Governors furious with Malami accuse AGF of working against Nigerians' interests.
You see, this
$480 million
in a norm environment. Somebody like Malami will have voluntarily apologized and resigned, because one case too many, one problem too many. Today Malami, tomorrow Malami, next tomorrow Malami. Check yourself. He should check himself. So I'm saying he has a problem with MPH regarding the Odile issue. So when you are having overloaded problem on your head that you are using your hand to cause by yourself, I think he should think twice to drop his resignation letter and apologize to Nigerians, because it's misleading a lot of people.
Doesn't the president have a responsibility here?
To sack him or what?
Yes.
Will the president sack him? Somebody that is, have you ever seen any presidents that sack somebody that is promoting his fruitless services? Have you ever seen anybody in this country that sack his hate? No, give me one. There's none.
Jonathan
Saku.
some of his aides.
Who are the aides he sacked there?
That was when before the 2015 general
He sacked
election.
Sanusi, CBN governor, right? The CBN governor, let me tell you, the CBN governor then, you see, that Jonathan of a man, a very good man, but the monster under him, the monsters, as I still repeated, the monster under Jonathan messed his government up. Why Jonathan, they were fleeting one, and it's happening, you know, this one is even worse. But I pray the next government that will come, we put these people on their toes, put these people to query, in which I'll be happy. That's what I'm waiting for now.
Which people?
The
Do you know
APC,
any of them in particular?
APC, there are a lot of them, corrupt element. There's a lot of them. I can't vouch for any one of them. Corruption is flying like, which I'm highly disappointed. I have to tell you, if I have opportunity to meet Buhari today, I will tell him, Mr. President or Mr. Buhari, your government is corrupt. No matter where the DSS around him. I'm serious, that's who I am.
You can do it.
I can do it, yes. I'll face a whole GM of a parastatal I work that the political appointees you are appointing, they are oppressing people. I mean, I will not be among the oppressed. That's LSDPC. I will say it, and my conscience will be clear. I've said it. So this thing that will come, consequence that will come after it, I'm ready to face it. So this government too is corrupt like any other thing. I'm bold to say it. This is under this government. Somebody buy Kanka's house, a dilapidated house. They bought it for 20 billion. Yes, the man was just sacked. We did not hear anything again. It is under this government. Magu issue happened. It is under this government. This thing happened. Magu thing. You see? So what I'm praying for is the outside of this government. We are looking for a party now that will oust this government from power. You know, so that their secret
party or
coalition. All these parties coming up, ABGA, everything, they will still fuse into one. What APC did is still going to be what will happen to them. You get what I'm saying? You reap what you sow. The gang up. And I'm so sorry about Jonathan that was being deceived there by within the party himself that he belongs to. You could see that even it was PDP that makes APC job easy by all those guys at the camp, the articles, the Sarakis, them, the who else, Amechi, all of them. You see, so it's an internal problem. It's an homegrown problem Jonathan had then. But he was so free, he could not even deal with it or tame any one of them. So that's just his own error. But this government, I wish the coalition will happen to, and it will definitely happen. The HAPGA and some new parties. Any APC that wants to join them, you chase them out. Any PDP that wants to join them, we chase them out. So the coalition will now be either restructuring. When the coalition government come into power, the first thing they must do is restructuring. I'm still emphasizing on restructuring because this country is too big for a one man to manage. To ordinary northern problem now. They've not been able to solve it as a Nigerian entity. Now as an entity called Nigeria. Not to now talk of let the region go and face the problem they have in each of the region. When you see other region progressing, you are fighting, you will not be, your sense. Nobody will tell you in your senses that fighting is not. Let me catch up with the other guys that have gone ahead. When you see South progressing, the North Central progressing, you that in the other side, that you keep fighting, you are called, bandit everything. Nobody will tell you before you wake up from slumber that we have to amp on economy of the country. Because as it is now, election that will come, we have to sign it. An agreement that if you are coming into power,
APC did the same. They said we're going to restructure the country.
And they failed now. That's the point. They are going to sweep them out. It's the same broom we used to sweep them out. Me, I'm just a bystander person. I'm a referee in what is going on. I'm looking at the whole things as is going on. What annoyed me most, right, from onset, the first tenor of Jonathan, I voted for him. The first tenor was, I'm nobody, I'm one of you guys. I went to school with those shoes, all sort of things. But when you got there, you secured us actually. But for some few, years. But you now later allowed the hijackers to hijack the government, that these people don't need the treatment you are giving to them. Give them rice, give them food. When they give them food, they all want, you know, as a human, food is very important. I accept it. But after food, you must be able to, you know, pursue your ambition. Say, this is where I'm going. But they could not allow us, because number one, there are two things that can shape the lives of the youth: the electricity and the oil, price of crude oil. Once you do that refinery, those 4 refineries, Kaduna, Warri, Port Harcourt, and you know, 2 in Port Harcourt and 1 in Warri and 1 in Kaduna. Once you get those things fixed, life
And
will
the one
become.
that is used by Dangote.
See, if the government has done the needful, will Dangote ever think of building a private refinery? And you now see how confused the government is now. They are still now buying 20% stake. They bought 20% stake in Dangote refinery. They will go there now and pollute that refinery again, make it not to work. Because once refinery works, you can create your job yourself, right? You don't need to buy fuel at high prices. The prices of food items will come because the transportation. You ask any food seller now, foodstuff seller, they will tell you, this yam is so amount now because the transport that we have been paying before is not what we are paying to, because of increase in fuel price. Then secondly, energy. Just imagine a barber that set up his barbering salon. He has empowered himself. Get his clipper, get his turnaround chairs. Now, you see the light. He has to rush down with little money he has to go and buy fuel. 500. When he comes back, the prices of the haircut will change. Right? So look at those items. I get home now, I don't have light. Little money I hustle to make, I'll still take it to the fueling station because I will not want my children to stay in darkness. And that darkness, a lot of mosquitoes are waiting for you. I'm just saying these narrations, I'm just breaking it down. So the youth, this is our time. We need to strategize that how with the next 8 years political sojourn we want to embark on now, definitely there will be election. Are we going to clamor that we want a candidate that will restructure this country under a neutral party that will not
APC, not PDP.
Not APC, not PDP? Those people, we've tried them and they have failed. And any party you have people cross-carpeting. How many times have you heard a Democrat cross over to Republican, or a Labour cross over to Conservative in England? How many times have you heard that? So we have no ideology politician in this country. It's just chop politicians.
Okay, lastly, Air Force official arrested in connection with bandits' attack on NDA.
We're not surprised. We're not surprised. That's why that war cannot end. Because they are an intruder. They are imposters in the Nigerian military. How did they recruit these guys? Do they profile them? Now they are saying the majority of those Boko Haram bandits, they want to train them, give them amnesty, and enlist them into Nigerian army. Until all these things stop. And what is causing all this in nepotism? I've said it. Any bandit you arrest, put him on trial, give him a firing squad. He will kill. Yeah, he will kill by gun, must die by gun. You know, he would kill by sword, must die by sword. That is it. They've turned a lot of children into orphans. They've turned a lot of people to homeless, jobless, and homeless. They've killed a lot of people. And you are there, you kill, and one government is still giving you amnesty. That will encourage tomorrow now. Somebody can just wake up again and, this is the job that pays. After all, they'll give me amnesty. They will encourage more criminal. But if you lead by example, take them to Babish, where everybody, and televise it, you know. They are bloody terrorists. Did America play with their terrorists? When they got hold of Osama, what did they do? What did they do? Did they give Osama amnesty? Osama bin Laden. Did they give him amnesty? Did they give him amnesty? Nobody gave him amnesty. But a government that is pampering bandits and is chasing agitator all the way. They go around into Benede. Kanu came to Kenya. They caught him there. They told the Benin Republic to hold Igbo. Igbo is still in prison over there. And I'm warning that president of the Benin Republic. If anything should happen to Igboho in their country, they will face the wrath. They will definitely face the wrath.
What have you benefited from Nigeria since you were born? What have you benefited from
Thank you very much.
Since you were born?
Thank you very much. I have not benefited one single thing. One single thing. I will say I've compared two countries together. I've been to Cote d'Ivoire. I was in Cote d'Ivoire when Ojukwu took an Elsa. He's a good friend to Ofobune then. When he came to, we were toddlers then. We could see the heroic welcome they gave to him. In Cote d'Ivoire then, there is no youth that you will see, loitering around without, either you engage in sports, you engage in, but this country, the youth are turning to criminals. The youth are turning to, because of joblessness, because of idleness. So what are we now saying? And the same politicians are encouraging the youth to fight for them. Now, a renowned pastor said, this is the modern time now. This is the ritual time. Because the politicians are getting ready for power in the next dispensation now. Right? And they will use all these youth. So, the state we have now, youth of Nigeria now, the retrogression we are having need to be stopped, because the level that is going now, very soon they will turn the youth to him. We are getting there already.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Good morning, Mr. Charles.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Since you were born, what have you benefited from Nigeria? Let me ask you that question.
Well, it's a very good question to ask, and I love that question in the sense that, honestly speaking, I have not benefited anything, to be frank with you. And what is that I have benefited? Yes, I schooled in Nigeria. I was born and brought up in this country.
You benefited, at least you benefited. You went to school in Nigeria.
Yes, I went to school in Nigeria.
At least you went to at least free education.
That's which free education are you talking about? I'm a graduate of ABU's area, and you know what the kind of school fees you pay there. Are you getting me? So there's nothing like I have not been somebody. The last week I just compared Nigeria with Ivory Coast. That is exactly the truth. You cannot, and it's very hard. Even people in the Western world will testify to that. It's very hard for you to see a young man, a hefty young man, loitering around the streets of his country or his community without doing anything. But unlike Nigeria, look at them, Oliver. What have you been? Right from the day I was born till today, they keep on telling me Nigeria will be good, Nigeria will be okay. Till today, we keep on having the worst, not even the good. Every day Nigeria will be okay. Every day. What is going on? So I don't expect you, that question, yes, it's a very nice question, but it was not an unexpected question because I've not benefited anything. When you are talking about somebody, okay, last time before this young man entered into power, he said something. A man was saying that like this morning, somebody was saying that if he becomes the governor of Imo State, he's going to pay every indigene 30,000.
That's your brother. From your state.
That he's from Imo State doesn't make him my brother. Mentality differs. Now, I was opportune to listen to this young man manifesto in Buhari. When you listen to Buhari manifesto, you assume that Jesus Christ is coming today, that is going to back almost all the whole Nigerian money and give to every family in this country. But today, what happened? Nothing. So, right from the day you were born till today, you keep on hearing Buhari, Babangida. How many strange names have you heard ever since you were born? Nobody. The old name I have been hearing from 70s. It's the same name I'm hearing to today. And you are telling me Nigeria, I have benefited nothing. I have not been nothing. I have benefited nothing from this country. So that is why even the best brain, somebody will graduate and in one of the Nigerian universities, what would they do? They will go to their various community, sell their land just to move out of the shores of this country. That is to tell you that there's no beneficiary. You are not benefiting anything from this country.
But I think there's hope inside.
Hope inside, you said? Well, the Bible said that he that putteth his trust in God, there's hope on him. So we are only hoping in God, not even on these mere politicians. Are you getting me? We are hoping in God, not politicians anymore.
You are still inside fire.
Now fire, you're inside fire. You're still hoping. What are you hoping? A country where a hefty. Do you know that we have so many young men here that are up to the age of getting married, but they can't get married because of financial problems? And do you know somebody you'll be moving out? Somebody will be asking you, how is your family? How is your wife and your children? Without even knowing that, even to go and visit the person you claim you want to marry, there's no even single panwa, money to buy panwa, you cannot even afford that. And then you are telling me that the country will be fine. My brother, people in the Western world will testify to that. They will tell you that, my brother, the country we are into, I don't know how to compare the retrogression of this country is going down every day. Even the best brain are leaving the country. What are they doing? Just to seek for their daily bread. But, telling me that all these old men in the power, they are the one that will look after you. Sorry, they are the one that will be looking after you. That these are the people that will work for you. They don't have your time. They can only have the time to refresh themselves by going to Paris, different places, buy cars to different ladies, enjoy themselves. Not even you. You are so many graduates are in this country. We have so many people that you're supposed to put in place. Go to so many companies. We have so many opportunities that a lot of people were supposed to be fixed into that particular company, but they will not do that. Simply because they believe, even in your family, you have so many of them that they are very good to position you, but they cannot do that because they are afraid if they should position you tomorrow, you'll be better off than them. Is that the kind of country you want to? The politicians are killing us day by day. On a daily basis, what happened in Osun State? Was it 2 days ago? I don't know whether the man is insane or not. A 2 months old baby was just crying because your wife left a two months old baby for you to take care of because the child was crying. What you could do was just to use your hand and beat up that little child to death. Imagine what you are not hearing before is what you are hearing now. In those days when you were growing up, you will hear that Liberia, they are having an issue in Liberia. Are you getting me? You heard that they're having issues in Ghana, Ivory Coast. But today, what is happening? It's even in your doorstep now.
It's not my doorstep. It's just
the doorstep we are talking about is not even. It's not. When you speak in irony. Are you getting me? It's not even your doorstep. It's Nigeria is your doorstep. So what are you saying? Killings everywhere.
Okay, let's look at Ihiala election. Ozigbo is saying that I can still win the election.
Who says Ozigbo? That is under PDP.
I can still win Ozigbo. Election not yet over.
APC. Well,
Ozigbo is PDP.
PDP, right? My brother, the whole world have seen it. Every average Igbo man, both here, abroad, anywhere they are, they let them listen and they will know that they will testify to that. ABGA is an Igbo party. ABGA is an IPOP party. Are you getting me? APC, you cannot, and I repeat myself, time with and countless occasions I've been saying this, you cannot treat what happened in Imo State to Anambra people. And for them to have reflected, shifted this election to today, being the 9th day of November, simply because they want to manipulate the election, it will not go that well. The whole world have seen it. The whole world have seen it. That the person that is going to win this election is in his, I call him His Excellency, Professor Soludo. Sorudo, that is the meaning. Follow peace. That's even what the Bible says. Follow peace with all men. That is the meaning of Sorudo. Charles Sorudo. This is the man that the whole world have been seeing that he is the man in a hem of power, ruling. Even if we see, I hear that people are going to surprise all these people that thought, if you like, use gun and put in their name, so they will still vote for ABGA. ABGA will still rule, ABGA will still win in Ihal.
Okay.
So you cannot come out here and start telling me that because they want to rig the election, and that is why they decided to shift the election. They cannot try such. Because if they should do that, trust me, Anambra will fall.
Now, when I see high-rise buildings, I'm always afraid of what happened in Ikoyi. When I see high-rise buildings, I'm always afraid. What happened in collapse buildings? What is your thoughts on buildings that we have in Lagos these days?
Well, the one that just happened, I was going home yesterday, and Pastor Matthew, I don't know, you know Pastor Matthew, the one that was what's the name of
JICC.
Thank you very much. He was giving us the testimony about the man that owns
Oshibana.
the building that was thrown down. Tell me something. All right?
Oshibana.
Thank you. He said, before this man met him and said, you know, the way they normally call pastors in Nigeria, where can I build my house? He said, go to a place like Pretoria. Is it Pretoria in South Africa, close to Johannesburg? That he should go and build houses. He went there and built about 100 houses. Yeah. He came back to him and asked him, where are you? He said, I'm in Ghana. Come and meet me. He met him in Ghana and said, where can I build my next house? He said, go to UK and build your house. He went and built his house in UK. And he sold some. The last time he met him, he said, go and build your house in Lagos. And he built in Lagos. And I boarded a bus going to my house yesterday. When I learned that the wife just returned back from America and they were fighting over the property between the wife and the family of
and the
brothers. And this is just something that just happened. It's not even up to a week. Or it's up to a week now. This is only, if I'm not mistaken, this is 8 days now. And they're fighting over the property. My brother, the buildings collapsing in this country should be shifted to the building committees. The knows, you know, you will give them something to build. And that is why it's not even advisable that you want to build a house. You want to claim that you have the money, you just go to most of these block industries and start getting blocks, of which you don't know how it was made. Are you getting me? Now, seeing a house collapsing these days, my brother, is very, very fearful because you don't know which one is safe again. Yesterday, I was passing out Agege. Before you could do it at Okekoto here, a house started falling. Come and see run. The whole, you know, even the bus drivers were running. And then you ask yourself, who is at fault? Those people that, you know, I have my money, I can build anything. But what about you, being the governmental people that are entitled to what? To guide and find out what kind of building is being installed in this place. What are you doing? You're not doing anything. All you are after is your own benefit, what you benefit, what you put in your pocket. So, my brother, the government knows what to do. They should do the needful. And if at all, they should fight and find out. If he said, do 2-story building here, they should go ahead and monitor that 2-story, not somebody adding another thing to that 2-story building.
Thank you very much, Mr. Charles. Mr. David was laughing, and I know why he's laughing.
No.
Federal University Lokoja engages 60 hunters to beef up security.
It's not even a shame from Mr. Christian.
No. Maybe the terrain.
Which stupid terrain?
The terrain.
So why can't see?
Better understood by the hunters.
It's better understood. So what about the public servants? What about the policemen? What about those in civil defense? So it doesn't make sense. Okay, what if the bandits overruns the hunters? These hunters, would they be licensed to carry 45 guns? No, just local hunters. Can they combat bandits? Doesn't make sense. How can a federal university engage hunters just to come and beef up security within the school premises? 60. You know how spacious and then how wide the school is. Doesn't make sense. See, everything is just going down in this part of the world. And then it doesn't make sense.
Okay, the reports about Osibona and the family, the brother and the wife fighting is alleged. Is entitled to his report. That means Mr. Charles. It is not our position. So we are not of the position that they are fighting. I believe they have this cordial relationship. The family has cordial relationship. So I just want to correct that, what he said. Let's go over to Malami. Malami conniving with contractors, governors allege.
See, Mr. Christian, Malami has become so powerful in this government, whereby the president needs to check his power. Malami has become so proud. He believes he can do whatever he wants to do without taking approval or without the consent of the president himself. How can he want to withdraw money from the police funds? Fine, the states are what owing the funds, and the state are saying they will pay back. As I went to Boston, Malami is still insisting that the funds will be what deducted. That the funds will be what deducted, even without the consent of the president. Malami is just a mere appointment, trying to wrestle powers with those governors who have been elected on this platform. So Malami, it is high time he should shield his power, because it's becoming too powerful in this government, and the president needs to checkmate his power. Fine, the state governments on their own solicited for this Paris funds, and they are not saying they will not pay back. They are only saying that gives them time, they will pay back. Because if you deprive them of this money now, they will not be able to run the state again. And then again, it will tell on the resident, on the resident and the indigenous of the state. Mr. President is not even aware of this. But see, Malami is not saying, has not directed the Attorney General of the Federation to withdraw the money from their monthly allocation. Who is Malami? To tell the Attorney General of the Federation to direct the money from the Paris Fund. Who is Malami? Is it the president? Malami should just calm down. The way he's running this government as if it's the president. That was how the same thing. Malami single-handedly removed Magu. He's becoming too powerful. Yes, he's becoming too powerful. In this government, it's just a mere Attorney General of the Federation. It's becoming too powerful.
You wouldn't say it's a mere.
It's a mere, yes. It's an appointment. The president can kick him out tomorrow.
Why is the president not doing so?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, but he has given him free hand just to try. That is why he does anything. That is why Malami cannot spoke up in the morning and say, just to say tomorrow is public holiday, and then see, Nigerians would just obey that. Now the governments are telling him that we are elected people, that we have been elected. Malami should not detect how want to pay how to pay back our loan. What if the state doesn't have money? My own stand is that why should Malami direct the Attorney General of the Federation to start deducting the money from their monthly allocation? Who is Malami? The president has not directed the state governors, or the president has not directed the Attorney General of the Federation to deduct this money. The vice president have not done that. What would then see? Why Malami? If even the Attorney General of the Federation has not even said anything. But what is Malami business in this? Now, what I believe is that Malami should channel his energy into this issue of the guy that was arrested.
That is the Air Force official arrested in connection with bandits attack on NDA.
Yes, they are connived with the bandits. Air Force officials, they are connived with bandits just to bomb the.
Don't you think that is something else?
Something
And
else.
Air Force official is conniving with bandits.
Not just an Air Force official. This same guy, this is what Nigerians have been shouting, yawning about, that you cannot reintegrate repented Boko Haram into the society. The guy in question is a repented Boko Haram. Confirmed that was absorbed into the military. The same thing, you now, if you want to apply for this Air Force job now, you write exams, no job will be given to you. Now, are you not saying me these people would not be loyal to their paymasters? It is not possible. It's the guy in question. He is a repented bandit. And now telling me he will not give his masters information is so bad. This issue of the presidency, absorbing or like reintegrating, criminals, tagging them as repentant bandits, repentant terrorists into our military is too bad. You can see what is happening. You can see what is happening now.
You can see it's too bad. The president should stop this. He stop this. It is really killing the efforts of of those who are patriots, of those who are risking their life just to make sure Nigeria is safe. It is too bad. How can the presidency absorb a repented Boko Haram member, and now in return the guy is not giving information just to bring down Air Force Base? It is too bad. It is too bad. And now after today, now this guy will go scot free. Nothing will happen to him. We have thousands of them, thousands like that in the army, in the Air Force, in the custom, everywhere. All the government parastatals, they are just scattered everywhere. And those who are even looking for this job are not even getting the job.
Okay, let's look at court sentences minor to 8 years imprisonment for 2.1 billion naira fraud. What's your take on
pension fraud? This trial has been long for a very
lingering.
while. It has been lingering for a very long while now, and thank God Justice Okodaban, the controversial liar, has sentenced minor to 8 years imprisonment. But yeah, he is. But there's something that I missed yesterday. When minor was sentenced to 8 years imprisonment, he was laughing. He was even waving his hands to supporters. He was happy.
He looks fresh.
He looks fresh. And you see, like, because how can you sentence someone? He's supposed to be sad. But yesterday, Minor was even smiling because he knows he will not be going to prison. Yes, this is Nigeria. I bet you. Because if truly Minor,
you are insinuating.
I'm not insinuating. It is what I know. Because there's nowhere in the world you will convict someone, and now the person is even happy. And that's a fraud. So many pensioners has lost their life. So many pensioners died because of that money. Minor siphon. But yesterday, Minor was just waving his hand. He was waving his hand. So it shows that it shows something is what's happening. Something would happen. Now, Minor check. I start to be corrected now. Justice Okoto said that see, Minor should be transferred to Kuje. I bet you now, you will go to Kuje now. You not find me now. You can go to Kuje now. You not find me now. You go to Kuje now. You will not find me now. Because how can you convince someone yesterday and he was happy? He was even waving his hand.
Is the happiness for you?
No. He should be sober. Yes. Of the crime he has committed towards humanity. There's nowhere in the world you will convict someone and the person would will just come and start waving his hand. So it shows that see, Mina will not be in prison. Mina is not going to any prison. Mina will just go to one room. It is see, and people who have died because of this money. So many lives, so many families could not feed big because of this money. Minor siphon, and Minor is not. His properties are not even seized. His properties are not. And now Minor is saying he will appeal the judgment.
Okay.
He's saying he will appeal the judgment. What kind of nonsense is that?
We're looking forward to the election today. What is the expectation?
I don't. Election don't finish. I'll have that one election. Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, good morning, Mr. Martin.
Good morning, Mr. Christy.
Yeah. How is your day? How was your day?
I'm fine by the grace of the living Lord.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Because of our forthcoming get together, end of year get together. And because of some technical issues, network issues, we can understand that the network is having issue in trying to get across to viewers globally. So we want to use.
Why don't you drop your number so that they can WhatsApp you?
Okay, for that purpose, my phone number is 070-899-58243. For purpose of clarity, again, 070-899-58243. Maybe it can be seen like this.
It's okay, thank you.
So what I'm trying to say is, appreciate the effort of Flip TV for their magnanimity in giving us the opportunity to air our views. And we quite understand that they are making all possible effort to resolve the technical issue. It is as a result of the constraint of resolving it that we are compelled to call this number. Okay. Ordinarily, would have dropped it on the comment section. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The date remains the 1st of December. Is a date to keep. Okay. We do love you. Thank you very much for your patronage and viewership. God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Matthew, I'm worried about the Anambra election. Ozigbo is saying that I can still win. Election not over yet. I predicted that APC will win.
Me, I've been issue. I knew that APGA will win that election. If I look at all the indices that will determine who wins an election in Nigeria, you know that APGA will win that election. The remaining local governments, I don't see any magic anybody would do that would change the victory of APGA. Because look at the percentage of people coming out to vote in relation of the registered voters with respect to all the local governments. So we are not expecting to see something too much different. Quite agreed, in this one local government remaining, there will be more voters as in terms of percentage will come out to vote because there is more sensitization. There will be more people, the political parties will induce them with more and more. So to that extent, we're expecting to see more percentage of electors, people who have registered to vote, and coming out to vote. But that notwithstanding, I don't see any political party overturning the victory of APGA in that election because they are maintaining a comfortable lead. Apart from maintaining a comfortable lead, look at Anambra State. It has some peculiarity. That is where Ojukwu come from. Don't forget that Ojukwu formed APGA. Ojukwu is the founder of APGA. So by indication, APGA is like an indigenous party.
Somebody said that APGA is not an IPOB party.
Even if APGA is not an IPOB party, but I tell you that IPOB will sympathize for APGA. If they have their way, IPOB would prefer people voting for APGA. That though they may not come out publicly to say it, but if they have their way, they will prefer. Because if you look at it, personally, I have sympathy for APGA. Not because I know POB are not because, that is not the issue. My own reason is this. That is their stronghold, one. And secondly, one party system is not good for any democracy. Because I see the desperation of APC trying to grab that state by all means. That's why I commend INEC. If not for their unbiasedness and so deepening democracy, deepening that election by coming up with that bimodal accreditation device to forestall all possible areas of rigging, APC would have tried to influence the system. I'm not blaming APC because any other politician that have that advantage of having access to police, army, federal might want to use it at the expense of others. Now, you look at APGA as a party. You look at the governor. The governor has performed. That is the truth. Even PWP that left APGA for PDP perform as well. Then you look at the current scenario, the way the average Igbo man see the federal government as being led by Muhammadu Buhari. They see federal government as an intimidating force. So it will be like forcing the head of a cow to pass through the eye of the needle in trying to say APC will win that election. Go and look at it. They didn't even win in a single local government. That tells you that, and here we have APC candidate as a senator, meaning he could not even deliver his own local government as a serving senator. It goes a long way to tell you that the people do not want that party in that region. There's no two ways about it. And you cannot force yourself on the people if you call it democracy.
Okay. Experts converse integrity tests for two remaining buildings at that Ikoyi collapse building site?
I think it's a normal norm for Lagos State. If any building collapses, all the building in that surrounding will be subjected to integrity test. I think and another thing is to comply with Eastern laws, knowing that if your building collapse, you stand the risk of losing that land. So that in itself will put you on check to make sure you comply with all the existing laws in building your structure. Then it's a good thing subjecting every other property in that environment, not just the remaining one in that property, in that compound. It's a good thing to subject all of them to integrity test, because life is sacrosanct. If you waste it, if you lose life as human, we don't have what it takes to bring human being back to life. So to that extent, it's good we do everything humanly possible to prevent it. So in any area we can prevent unnecessary waste of life is a work on development. Subjecting the other building in that place to integrity test is a work on development. But again, I think more importantly, heads should roll. I say because we can understand from some videos that have gone viral now that there were instances where even the owner of the property was resisting government officials from sealing the property. And we can understand from the information at the public domain that there was approval was given for 15th floor, 15-story building. So how come they were watching and the thing was extended to 21? Does it mean the person is more powerful than the government, who reneged on his responsibility, on his duty to enforce and ensure that they stop when they go to 15th floor? So the governor, just as he has suspended the head of the body responsible for building quality control in Lagos, he should ensure that there is appropriate investigation and anyone that they found wanting should be prosecuted to act as deterrent to others. Because I believe that if people did their responsibility, at one point in time or the other, they would have been able to know who is going wrong and they would have saved that situation. They would have said this unnecessary waste of life. As we speak, over 40 something lives have been wasted. So for what purpose? For an issue that could have been avoided if people comply with Eastern laws. I don't think we are getting it right.
Okay, let's look at Malami conniving with contractors. Governors accuse AGF of working against Nigerians' interests over.
I think there are many questions begging for answer. Number one, who negotiated $418 million as fee for consultancy? Even if you say you recovered about $670 billion or so, that amount you want to pay the consultants, is it not too much? Who negotiated it? So for me, I think there's more to it. And if you look at the AGF in this government, he is exercising so much power. I don't know why. Maybe he is the main engine room of the kitchen cabinet of Mr. President. Don't forget that it was the same Malami that wrote petition that saw the Omagumagu suspended and subsequently removed from office. The same Malami could not write another memo to remind Mr. President that the captain of a Nigerian soldier and 9 other soldiers who were indicted by a panel duly considered by government in the case of killing of 3 policemen that went on a legitimate duty in Taraba State to arrest that kidnapping pin. Malami could not write a memo to Mr. President to ask for Mr. President to direct the military high command to provide them for prosecution. So I begin to look at this Malami of a person. Is he actually doing this country good? Why I say this is, recently, Malami took over that case, charged some persons to court, and he didn't charge the captain and 9 soldiers to court with an excuse that the military high command refused to surrender them for prosecution. But Malami that have unfettered access to Mr. President. Is the military high command stronger than Mr. President? Why don't he bring it to the attention of Mr. President so that Mr. President could compel or direct the military high command to provide them for prosecution? Now, looking at 418 million US dollar as consultancy fee to consultants who negotiated or who lobbied for that party's foreign reform to Nigeria, I don't think that amount is justified to be paid to them. I think the governors that fight to stop Malami from paying that money to those consultants. Let us know what went wrong, who did what. Because I'm not comfortable with paying that humongous amount for the purpose of consultancy. What did they consult?
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Matthew.
Thank you very much.
I have Mr. Okonkwo of the new Republic of Nigeria.
My viewers, shall we pray? In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, Father Yahweh, I thank thee and magnify your name for making it possible for me to be today available in this platform. For a few days now, I'm not available. But I thank thee for keeping our viewers alive, those who love what we do, those who love the truth and know the truth. Father Yahweh, may your name be glorified in Jesus' name. I thank thee for Philip TV, who made it possible to provide this platform for us to hear our mind. Daddy, Lord, I say, be praised, be magnified in Jesus' name. Father Yahweh, I thank thee. I bless thee for IPOB. I bless thee for Namdi. I worship thee for state. Father Yahweh, I say, be praised, be magnified in Jesus' name. I thank thee for this life you given us, for the life you given us. Be praised, be magnified in Jesus' name. Amen. Yeah, I am Mr. Okpara, the new Okokondem in this Second Republic of Biafra, led by Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOB government of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Long live IPOB. Long live ESN. Long live Sunday Bohu. Long live Amateku. Long live Odua Nation. Long live in the name of my Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Are you surprised that IPOB cancelled the sit-at-home before the election?
No, I am not surprised. So not the council. Leave the ban.
No, they can't leave ban.
They leave the ban.
Cancel.
They did not cancel it. They leave the ban.
What did they ban?
That the people should not go and vote.
What did they ban? Did they ban the people or
ban that there be no vote in Anambra State? They leave the ban and ask people to go and vote. Remember, I told you that if Anambarians comply, it will be a different case. Now, and if they give order, Anambarians to go out and vote. Had they did not give order to go and vote, they could not be voting. But they give order, Anambarians comply. Biafran people comply. They went out and vote. Now, IPOB is a force that you can reckon with it. It's a force that stands on the truth. It's a force that can command people move.
Some IPOB members are saying that they are disappointed in the IPOB organization for lifting, for suspending the sit-at-home.
IPOB, those that are said they are not happy. Everybody is with his own opinion. But what IPOB did is the best thing, because federal government want to show the world that IPOB are the problem of Nigeria. They want to show the world that IPOB are the one causing confusion in Southeast or the entire Biafra land. They want to paint IPOB black. But by God's grace, IPOB understand what was going on and leave the ban to prove to the world that they are peace organization. They are peaceful agitators, that they don't share blood, they don't kill, they don't interrupt the progress of the day. You understand? What the ban IPOB believe to justify them in the eyes of the whole world. You understand? So that's why they leave that ban. They are right by doing it to prove to the world that they are innocent.
But you have said that there will be no election.
Yes, as I said before, that if Anambarians comply, if the ban that there will be no election continue, and Anambarians comply, there will be no election. I said so. But now, as they leave the ban and Liberia complied, then there was election. Now, and if you want this election, the party that is leading, Apoga, if you watch Apoga, since 1999, ban was lifted on politics by General Abubakar, which Obasanjo contest. Remember, it was PDP that first of all won in that 1999 election. Watch, throughout that period of PDP, there was chaos. Meanwhile, it was Apoga won that election, they rigged it. Anambra did not see peace until Apoga entered, P2B entered. And the P2B stabilized the government in Anambra State. Anambra State continued progression up to now. If you watch, the APC candidate was from the same family in Anambra State. And this family, Anambra have been looking them as a problematic family that love riots, family that love violence. There's no way APC can win on the platform of the candidate, Anduba. When Anduba was a member of PDP, this is exactly what he did, causing riot. Do you know that now? I heard that Anduba is claiming money from the people he give money to rig the election for him, that they failed to rig the election. It's going on now. It's telling them to refund his money. Millions of dollars he gives to them.
What are you going to say about Soludo leading in the election?
Soludo leading in the election, in this present election, is not a surprise to me. Because even if at all you carry fowl, chicken, and put under Apoga, you will still lead in Anambra. Meanwhile, do you know that APC haven't won any election in South East clearly as a party? The time in Edo State, when Oshimole entered, Oshimole decamped from Labour to APC. It was Labour that beat Oshimole up before he decamped to APC. In Imo State, Okorocha run all over Nigeria. He wasn't able to rule. He joined Apoga and won in Imo State. He decamped from Apoga to APC. In Enugu, Ebonyi, Umai, under PDP, he decamped and joined APC. Rotimi Amechi, PDP, he decamped and joined APC. Cross River, PDP, and he decamped and joined APC. If you watch it, the whole Southeast, South, APC haven't produced any candidate from grassroots and start under APC and win. Which means people in Southeast have known APC as a dubious party, as a party of chameleon.
PDP.
PDP is far better than APC. 16 years PDP rule, from Obasanjo to Yaradua to Jonathan. You see how Nigeria progress. You see the love, the happiness, joy in the life of every Nigeria. I'm not saying that PDP is the best political party, but they are more better, far better, 2,000,000% better than APC. I know what I'm saying.
Okay. Here today, people Ozigo from the People's Democratic Party is saying that I can still win this election.
He can still win election, but let him remember that Anambra is not Imo. Where the fourth person will come to become the first person. The last person.
He's the second person.
He's the second person. How many local governments he has? How many local governments he won in Anambra State? Apoga, led by Soludo. Out of 31 local governments, they have won 18 local governments. Even if a miracle happened overnight, the remaining 4 local governments or so, or 3 local governments, can never give what do you call him? Cannot give him winning vote. APC will know that they have gone. They have gone. And I pray that this will be the end of APC in South, South, and Southeast.
After this election, what is the way forward for IPOB? What do you think should be the way forward for IPOB?
The way forward for IPOB is still to stand where they stand. Election doesn't mean that different agitation have died. We allow the election to take place so that there be peace for we to continue for agitation of our nation. Even yesterday, I called the people in Biafra land. They say they told me that Monday sit at home was still observed. I called people at home. They told me that it was still observed, which means IPOB is moving forward. Biafra is moving forward. The way out for IPOB is to stand on this Monday sit at home to demand for release of our God-given leader. Nnamdi Kanu is our God-given leader. Nnamdi Kanu is our president. Nnamdi Kanu is our senior president. Nnamdi Kanu is our commander-in-chief. Nnamdi Kanu is our senator. Nnamdi Kanu, apart from Jesus Christ, on Biafra land, Nnamdi Kanu is the next person we know. Jesus Christ is the overall. Therefore, we should stand and demand for his release, unconditional release. This one that talking the political platform for Nigeria to resolve the loggerhead between them and the Biafra. What we need is only referendum. What we need is only to release Nnamdi Kanu. So if that, like Ngige said the other time, Nnamdi Kanu should drop Biafra. Buhari is ready to give him any appointment. We are not about Nigeria appointment. We are not about Nigeria president. We are not about Nigeria anything. What we are about is Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu cannot lost his mother, lost his father, lost even his dog, lost his dog. And we lost people in Operation Bystanders, lost people in Port Junction, lost people in Head Bridge, lost people in Aba, lost people in Enugu. They are still killing. Army is killing. Then you say for appointment, look at the man who has brain. Look at Ngige, who say he has his knowledge. A medical doctor who don't know the value of human being.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Akokondem.
Yeah. I'm very sorry. Sunday was calling me, but I cannot be able to pick the phone because of
He called this morning
yes.
on the program.
Okay. I spoke with Sunday early this morning by 5 o'clock. Sunday told me that his leg is improving well. Everything is getting all right. But the sad story, he told me that he lost his mother. And they're going to do the burial this month on 20th of this November. That's the most sad story. He lost his mother.
Wow.
So, and I saw in comment that people were asking of his number. I don't know whether I can be able to release his number, his correct number.
No, we'll look into that.
Is it possible?
No, we'll look into that.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Now, I am Mr. Okpara, the new Okokondem, in this Second Republic of Biafra, led by Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOB government of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Long live Sunday IPOB. Long live ESN. Long live Sunday Bohu. Long live Amateku. Long live Odua Republic. I am Biafra. I am proud to be a Biafra. Say loud. I'm Biafran proud. Say loud. I'm Biafran proud. Say loud. I'm Biafran proud.
Good morning.
Good morning, Chiku. Good morning, all of you that are praying fervently, so fervent, to make sure that we are protected, secured with the reviewers. Nothing mega. God is behind us. God is with us. I thank you, Mom in Nkechis, Mama America, all of you, Kelly, Chomai man, all of you there, Okechiku, all of you there. Somebody is asking.
Yeah, continue.
So you guys that are praying for you, we love all of you. Thank you. Vera, we love you. Mama America, we love you. Kechi, we like all of you. Kelly, my man, you live in Paris. We love you. Acho, we love you. Opire, we love you. Udeme, you speak like an American. I wonder when your intonation is going to change. You stay there for long. I'm telling you, come home with security. Don't go alone. Nigeria has changed. Christian, what do you have for me this morning?
The election is ongoing in Ihiala now, and we're expecting a winner to emerge.
Yeah, Ihiala, I think, is in Idemili North. Ihiala is in Idemili constituency. You understand? It's part of Idemili. And right now, I'm telling you, my friend my classmate that lives at Onitsha, he called me early in the morning. He said, Ihiala people are laughing INEC. They said it's laughable to say that election in Anambra State, election on Saturday was inconclusive. They said they all came out and exercised their what? Their civility, civil rights. All of them voted. They don't know about this inconclusive of a thing, but all the while, meanwhile, my friend said, Ihiala people are doing what? Jubilating, celebrating, and then laughing. They are laughing because Ihiala run will expose what? APC Guinea. Invincibility. That is, they will defeat the APC again. It is going to expose another weak point of APC. Ihiala is down already because all progressive Grand Alliance, isn't it? APGA is going to take Ihiala. And listen to me. Virtually the whole local government in my state voted for APGA. Should I surprise you that Omoya, Ubunike, Okoz, Nteje, Nando, Ibariamu, Aguler, Mwere, Achala is Sunday Achala, Ndebai, Nsube. Everybody, that's where Obiano come from. This is our community. We voted for APGA. Ask me why. Will Obiano Apodikoku Osa virtually developed everywhere in the Anambra. Not only my local government, but that Anambra East. Oga, no governor in the past in Anambra State remembered us. I'm saying this. If there's any Anambra man from Otocha side, you will be hearing me clearly. We are, thank you, Anamu man is here, is my brother. We are down in terms of development since I was born. Anambra State was created in 1976 by Murtala Mohammed. Murtala Mohammed created Anambra and Imo states. 45 years ago. 76 should be 45 now, I think. Yeah, see, let me tell you, nobody remembered us. Atom Pera did not remember us. Anthony Echefu did not remember us. Jim Obodo tried his own. The road that Jim Obodo tried this time around, Obiano has made that road. Let me call it. Obiano works. So, which was why everybody came out en mass in Anamu community, Umobana, Otuacha, Ugundoka. They came out and supported all progressive Grand Alliance. This time around, we are not even voting for platform, but we voted personality. Ask me why. Right. Obiano made a very good choice of the man that's introduced, by bringing in the man that introduced good and the best banking system into Nigeria.
One of the best.
The best. One of the best. I'm telling you the best, please. The best, please. The best. Please ask me why. Never know anything about Western Union. Are you listening to me? This time it has, metamorphosed or changed to send wave, transfers, many, just money in a second, twinkle of an eye from USA. From Europe, everywhere. Brother, the best. Now let me tell you, when Soludo managed UBA, and UBA become #1 in Africa. It was discovered by
Obasanjo. You are campaigning for Soludo.
No, I'm trying to tell you that we made the right choice. Any other choice is what? We make it bad. That guy is going to run Anambra State the way he ran UBA. He's going to manage Anambra State the way he managed CBN. Soludo is the right person. He rerun. We don't really rerun. He don't really this rerun. Inconclusive. Anambra State is not our true state. Inconclusiveness. That was the first time we learned about inconclusiveness. 2017. What do you mean by inconclusive? It's an English language. They're just using English to steal our money in Nigeria. They are using English language to manipulate the election in Nigeria. They are using English terminologies to cheat Nigerians, to embezzle our funds, public funds, taxpayers' money. They use English language because it is this part of the world that you see people speaking English every day. Speaking English. Adam Ochemole will speak. Buhari will clap because Buhari doesn't know how to speak. All of them will be speaking English. Buhari will be looking like Mugu. English language. They use English language to confuse him because what? He did not go to school. Oga, rerun or inconclusive. Anambra no be Ondo. Anambra no be Ekiti. Anambra no be Lagos State. Anambra State can never ever be Katsina State. Anambra State is not Imo State.
Imo State.
Yes. Inconclusiveness. After he beat Uzodinma Ihedioha, Supreme Court. Supreme Court governor is the one ruling Imo State. That's why the election has not stopped. Though. He has seen that Soludo has gotten up to 11 states. He started shouting, "We must go to Supreme Court. We must go to Supreme Court. I am the campaign organizer or manager to Ifeanyi Uba, APC in Anambra State. See, they are rigging. It was massively rigging." IGP, Inspector General of Police, said yesterday that Anambra election is not one of the best. It's the best election he has ever seen. Ask me why and how. Because of the role played by what? Using e-transmission. E-transmission. Immediately you thumb print, immediately you put your thumb, direct to the INEC portal, direct to the website. It's gazetted into the system. That is the best. Chere Cambiano Day. We are going inside that place. Please, you voters, electorate, wait. We are going with police and soldiers. We are going to tell the guys on it. On the road, they will upturn it. Somebody that won now will become a loser. You know that again. E-transmission, I tell you, I give the umpire called INEC 127%. They tried.
Okay.
Anambra, we know they carry second.
Governors furious with Malami accused AGF of working against Nigerians.
Yes, anything about the general of the federation, the way he fish is not carrying Nigerians' interests, is not doing anything. The sergeant is duty in the department of what do you call them, judiciary there, to favor you and I. He's doing it only for people from Fulani extraction. He's doing it only for the people, among his kinsmen. Okay, let me tell you, look at what happened in the regard of abduction of Nnamdi Kanu from Nairobi. Would they imagine that Malami, a whole attorney general, is involved in that crime? It's an international crime. It has defied what is called, what is this English? Law ideology, let me just use it like that. What the law, embodiment of law, the meaning of law. You don't abduct somebody from another country without going through what? Due process. There are documents, international documents, needed to be presented before carrying out such acts. Malami doesn't know this, which is why many lawyers are now in that office. It's not working in my interest, it's not working in Igbo man's interest, either in Yoruba man's interest. Even original owner of the land, the indigenous people of the north, interests is not working in their interest. Malami is working only in the interest of what? Buhari people. You have adopted Nnamdi Kanu, a boy that is young enough to be your son, illegally. You package him as if he's what? Sardine, getcha, and brought that small boy to Nigeria. As if that one was not enough. The whole world was hearing. That guy didn't know that everybody was watching on social media where he was abusing the two diseased couple parents that gave back birth to Nnamdi Kanu. Duru Babanki, Chage, he was accusing the parents, he was abusing them. He did not commit a crime only against humanity. He has committed a crime against God. Ask me why. any highly exalted office handed over to anybody to take care of on this earth. What do you think happened initially? They give you either Bible or their Al Quran to swear to God that you are going to discharge your official duty in honesty and truth, with dedication and what? Devotion. Are you listening to me? But when they get to that place, they will just turn their back on who? The subjects, their subjects, the people they're supposed to serve, the people they're supposed to do what? Respect and honor. They start committing all manner of acts. Trust not working for the interest of Nigerians. Malami is working for the interest of only Buhari and his kinsmen. Are you trying to tell me that what I'm saying not right?
He's working in the interest of Buhari and his kinsmen.
Thank you.
We might not have been jailed by the court.
Minus jail tenure is too small, if you ask me. Ask me why. 20 years, 20 years jail. When a man commits a crime against a nation, a country, for instance, in China, you cannot steal Tenkobo in China. You will go to what? Gallo. They will cut your neck. Miners stole money that is meant for pensioners. Old men that are dying while queuing up to receive what belongs to them, their gratuity and their, pension. Allowance. Your father and mothers in the past, Nigerian soldiers. Don't you think they have pensioners there? Police, they have their pensioners. Other what? Public institutions, government departments, all of them is interwoven. They all have their own pensioners. This man stole the money. He deprived them. Let me tell you, minor jail tenure and what he committed is not compared to what Alex Ekweme did in 1983 when Buhari, the same Buhari, jailed Alex Ekweme, the vice president of Chagari, 305 years. I don't know why people don't read. Ekweme was jailed by the same Buhari 305 years. Tell me what Alex Ekweme did. Ekweme was very, very faithful to Chagari. He did not do anything. But because of what? The kind of aggressiveness, hatred, animosity, abhorrence, and what? And the like. This man has a mind against Igbos. He jailed Alex Ekweme 300 and something years. He jailed Onunaka, the whipping governor of Imo State, Samba. What did that man do? Ojukwu was pardoned by Chagari in 1983. Ojukwu came back, Anyway, it is our tradition that if you commit any crime like that, politically or otherwise, if you go outside the country on exile, if you run, after 10 years, they will give you pardon. Are you aware of that? Ojukwu came back. What is the crime Ojukwu committed? Buhari jailed Ojukwu. He sent him to jail. Ojukwu was there until 86, 84, 85. Are you listening to me? What are their crimes? Those governors he jailed in the southwest, Pa Ajasin, governor of the then Ondo State, Ajasin. Thank you. What did the Papa Ajasin did? Onabanjo, Baba Latif Jacob. What are their crimes? They did not do anything. You can't compare what they do. What Bakinzowa committed, because they discovered over 4 million naira then with the man, that governor Bakinzowa in the north. What did Buhari do? Do to the man. He said, I could not assure you, he did not go with the money. The money was discovered in the state house. A thief in the north was pardoned. He did not do them anything. But Alex Ekweme, who served faithfully, he was following Chagari, and Chagari was recommending him that should be that Chagari rule Nigeria for 8 years. Alex Ekweme straight. One way, Trafgeto. Are you listening to me? But due to the hatred, he cut off that dream. Thank you very much. That aspiration, that hope was abruptly brought to an end on 31st December 1983 when Buhari led coup ousted Chagari, so that dream for Igbo man would never come to pass. Okay. And actually he did not. Oga, what is going on in this regime, I'm telling you, I've never seen it anywhere in the world. Attorney General of the Federation of the country called Nigeria is the worst ever. I've never seen any Attorney General that has discharged his official duty like Malami.
Yeah.
Buhari is the worst president ever anybody has seen on earth.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Raphael. We've come to the end of Bystanders at the Newsstand this morning. I want to correct an impression this morning, a report given by one of the analysts. Osibona and family are not, from the standpoint of Flip TV, Osibona and family are not in any fight whatsoever. They are not in any clash whatsoever. There is a mutual understanding between the families, so we are correcting that impression this morning. Yeah, thank you everyone for being part of this program. I say a big thank you from Flip TV. A big thank you to the man behind the camera, Mr. Femi Davies. I'm Christian Chuku on this wonderful edition of the program. Bye for now, until tomorrow, as we meet by God's